All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. So it looks like BTC is back over 100K. BTC is back over 100K. I told you guys it was just a bull trap, a bull trap. And that typically happens when you have too much leverage, when you have people too optimistic in the space. We typically see these 10 to 15%, 20, 30% dumps, and it's just the market strategy for exchanges and big whales to get retail out of their position, so that way they don't take the ride on up. They don't benefit from these parabolic prices that we're about to see. And a lot of people do get shaken out. Unfortunately, they end up selling their position. They think that the bull market is over. And that's another thing too. On crypto Twitter, you have a lot of people with influence that have like hundreds of thousands of followers that will tell people, oh, the bull market is over, the bull market is over, which is kind of messed up because some of these people don't have any conviction. They don't have as much conviction as other people that have been in the space for a while. So if they see somebody with 100,000 followers plus saying that the bull market is over, a lot of the times they think they're getting alpha. They end up selling their position only to see the prices bounce back within 2-3 days. Like the prices honestly bounced back pretty quickly. I mean, BTC was like at 92, 94, and that's how you know that's how you know it's just it's a bull trap, and it's just the exchange is trying to get retail out of their positions, because look how quickly we bounced back, and it was a matter of days. Like it didn't take much for us to bounce back, and it's just, I guess, a lesson for people that are just starting to invest in crypto, just to show you how important it is to have conviction. Because if you don't, on little dips like this, it'll be easy for you to get shaken out. And trust me, you don't want to be shaken out before a bull market. I think we're going to see some really nice gains. I mean, just the most basic coins did a 10x in the last bull market, right? Like the old boomer coins like Dash. I think Dash went from like 220, I think sub $20 to 400. So that was like, that was close to what? That was like a 20x actually, if you got like around that $20 mark. So yeah, I mean, things are gonna pump up crazy, especially coins in the right narratives. So let me share my screen. So you even see right here, right? They show you like what are the hot narratives right now? It's like DeFi, gaming, DePIN, RWA, AI. These are the plays that are going to do well. Again, in my opinion, I think AI is going to take off first, and you got to bet on the fastest horse. That's what I've learned over the last few cycles. You got to make sure, in order to amplify and amplify your gains, you bet on the fastest horse, and then you could transition those gains into other plays that haven't pumped yet. So let's just say AI pumped up and DPIN went up, and then then DPIN went, right? But if you were in AI first, you'd be able to get those gains and then transition those into transition that into the next hottest coin or next hottest category. So that's kind of how you amplify your gains. So for instance, if you got a 4x on one coin and it pumped before another coin, if you put all that money in another coin that you believe that's going to do a 4x, and it ends up doing a 4x, that would be a 16x, right? You just 16x your money. And it's because you got the 4x before before the next category went up, and you were able to capitalize on that. So that's why it's good to have a basket of stocks that you think are going to 10x or plus this cycle, because if you're in one of those categories that 10x first, you can take the opportunity to move to the next category and amplify your gains, right? And that's kind of what you want to do, because again, these opportunities don't come every so often. Like I said, it's like 3 to 5 months where we have those parabolic runs in altcoins, and it happens very quick. So if you don't know what you're doing, you'll get left behind pretty quickly. All right. So like I was saying, right, we look at BTC and like, look at this crash, right? I mean, this was literally just to wipe out, all those leverage plays on exchanges. It crashed from the 12.8 all the way to 12.10. 2 days, right? 2 days. And it bounced back within 2 days. Crashed for 2 days, bounced back with 2 days. And you see it's kind of the pattern. Crash, bounce, crash, bounce, crash, bounce. But we're slowly making higher lows, right? You see a higher low here, higher low here, higher low here, and we just keep moving up, right? So even though we're having these crashes in between, we keep moving up and we keep getting higher lows, which is very bullish. And that 100K mark just seems so easy to break now. Once we psychologically broke that level, I mean, we broke 100K like 2-3 times now. So I don't think for most investors, especially like the institutional investors, it's nothing to them now that 100K got broke. And again, this thing is going to be, I mean, if you've seen like the Berkshire halfway, I think the B shares, or B, I'm not sure it's the B shares or the A shares. Yeah, I think it's one of those two. I think the stock is like 400,000 per share, but that's going to be BTC in the next 3-4 years, where it's trading at 400,000, right? And then again, once it crashes and once people take money, you're going to hear all these headlines, BTC is going to zero, and then all this stuff. And I don't see that happening this time, just because we have a bunch of institutional investors in the space, but you're going to see that. But, we'll see BTC trading at 400,000 in the next 5 years, right? And that's going to be a 4 or 5x from here. And I honestly still think we have a nice, we still have another cycle in which you could make a lot of money on altcoins. I think that is still going to be there. But yeah, so let's take a look. So we looked at BTC. Ethereum is about to crack 4K again. I think once it breaks 4K again, going into the end of the year, I think we end strong by the end of the year. I'm not sure if altcoins are going to go. I mean, we still have a lot of time left in December. I'm not sure if we go parabolic in December, but I think it'll transition into January. I think January is when we start to see like the real push. But I mean, we're seeing BTC above 100K again, and it's at 101. So I think that is going to be good. Avalanche took a little dip. It was over 50. But again, all the altcoins are just rebounding off the dip we just had. So we need to take everything into consideration and make sure, you just have your conviction, right? We're going to have dips like this during the crazy parabolic move. And again, it's going to be up to you to determine when you need to sell. This is why it's good to have those targets and know, okay, should I switch out to another coin that it hasn't moved yet? Should I take profit? These are all the stuff you need to get ready now as we go into 2025. Because once the parabolic moves start to move, people are just going to get lost. So if you don't have a plan now, it's going to be hard to see through something once everything starts to get moving, because you start to get like jaded and not know what to do. So yeah, let's take a look. Give me a second. I'm going to stop sharing. Let's take a look at stocks. Because I know we're talking about BTC, but let's take a look at stocks. Let's take a look at stocks really quick. Share screen. All right. So this is one I've been talking about too, Intel, which is nice. I hope Intel just falls below 20 again, and we get that like sub 20. I think it's going to be a good buy. But again, I think it all really depends too. Like, not depends because I know they're going to get a good CEO, but it's going to take some time. So hopefully, by the end of 2025, this is like even sub $20, like 15, 16. I think it'd be a good position to take. But again, I'm still evaluating it, but it's on my watch list. Let's just say that. Let's take a look at MicroStrategy. I'm pretty sure MicroStrategy has done good today since BTC's up. Yeah, remember it was at just a few days ago. It was a couple days ago. It was in the 300s. Now it's back over 400 again, and that's because BTC is doing well, and Michael Saylor's not stopping buying BTC. Nvidia is doing well. I'm not sure. I mean, there's price targets for this to be at 200. There's still, so we do have rate cuts coming soon. We do have a rate cut coming soon. I think it's this week or next week. Next week, I think. And I think we're going to get the rate cut. So I think that's probably what's going to send the market going up higher as we get into the Christmas, we get into the holidays, and we go right into the new year. But yeah, but again, I think once 200 hits, Nvidia is going to take a break. And I think, again, going into 2025, we're going to see a lot of stuff just crash. And I think there's going to be like some type of black swan event that puts us in a real like discount environment where things are just going to be on discount. So that's why it's important to make sure you have capital to invest. So it's good strategy to start thinking about, putting some of the crypto gains to the side and, being liquid towards the end of 2025, because I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities. But that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.